Look out now, man. Alright, welcome back. You know, I didn't want to do a reviews 2 yet, but I've been trying to fuck with a bunch of different songs and making stuff, so I'm just gonna go for it. But I will be making newer shit soon, so bear with me, but here we go. Alright, first game, DayZ. Caleb Got Lost says,
Absolute disappointment. I'd honestly rather be jumped on like a trampoline by a 600-pound man named Gerald, then get butt raped by a giraffe on the dark side of Mars, and simultaneously after that, file bankruptcy because I spent $4,200 on gay premium Snapchats, pot pies, disposable vapor rub, nipple tassels, pickle and banana penis-shaped tortilla chips, and 200 pounds of coconut oil and tissues, then play this game for fun. Recommend playing with homies so you don't starve or freeze to death alone.
0 out of 0 people found this helpful. Damage801 says,
Why is this POS so hyped? Spawn in and die. If a zombie or player don't kill you, the ridiculous health/loot system will. I don't know how many times I've died because I looted a whole town looking for something usable, and all I find are pants and biker helmets. So what do? I'll tell you. You starve/bleed to death trying to walk to the next town. In other words, expect a survival PUBG with glitchy, OP tweaker zombies and bugs that will be having you jump downstairs, taking fall damage instead of simply walking. Oh, but this is only if you don't die of old age, waiting for the other 267 players queued ahead of you. I had a better time f***ing my belt sander.
Alright, the next game up is Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Nemo7 the 7 Angel 7 says,
Biblical reference, Book of Revelations with the Locust and Fallen Babylon. Thank you guys for taking the time to remaster such an exquisite work of virtual and scriptural art. Back when video games were loved and not the instruments of greed of the last few years, theirs is the lake of fire after World War III. Because to the outcasts and underdogs of this world, the only comfort they have is slowly becoming their lost paradise, being trapped in this world of abyssal enveloped madness. Video games is the scapegoat to the lonely and the friendless, to any that protest to my words in disgust. Open your mind in acknowledgement that greed takes many forms. Sadly, the gaming industry is dying due to the love of money. This is why video games are no longer enjoyable. It is like a harlot, lots of makeup but nasty personality. Gears Team was inspired by love back then, but Judgment Day and Gears 4 I kinda question. Microtransactions is money to dainty harlot symbolism. Such genius and potential wasted on Halo 5 especially.
24 out of 98 people found this helpful. Alright, next up is Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. Filthy Odds says,
Looking for a good f***ing? It's really cool cause you pay $40 for a game you most likely already had and get to play it again. My favorite part is how basically what could have been added as a patch or DLC to the last game instead was made into a standalone game with little to no added features/mechanics. It's sweet cause my wallet hadn't been f***ed in a good while, so that was really nice of them. Would recommend if you like tossing your money into a fire and watching it burn. 10 out of 10 would let these devs f*** me again.
1 out of 1 people got a good fucking. Alright, next up is Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary World Tour. Jin Triple OG says,
Avoid at all cost. Fuck this piece of plastic shit game. I want my money back. Since Gearbox don't want to do their job and fix the multiplayer, after playing a level, I keep getting kicked out during the middle of the game. I want my money back.
2 out of 6 people have
balls of steel.
Alright, next up is Greedfall. Corgress says, that's a dumbass f***ing name.
Like watching turtles but even slower. I'm about 10 hours in and this game is already making me regret buying it. Think about all the great RPGs you've played.
Now take away all the great elements you loved, and you get this super slow-paced, repetitive, horrifyingly terrible, walking and talking, pointless quest-infested piece of pure art. You'll spend hours repeatedly running back and forth between the same copied NPCs to advance the story a nanosecond. You'll want to rip your hair out as the non-intuitive, clunky button-mashing combat becomes more and more boring as you spam your way to anticlimactic victories over the dumbest AI since Inky and Blinky. The world is only slightly more open than the original Tomb Raider. You'll become stuck and hung up on every stick and crack in the road and mumble, "What the f***?" until you get a sore throat. The map is awful and not displayed in the HUD. You will constantly need to pause and get your bearings. Don't get me started on the useless crafting. This game is a 5-star piece of trash. 0 out of 1 people found this helpful. Alright, next up is Blair Witch. Fluffy Nutsack 27 says,
Rather break my dick off! Pure garbage! If it was not for that stupid fucking dog just ditching my ass every 5 seconds and throwing me into some kind of mental breakdown, maybe I could finish the game! Totally garbage! Did not scare me! And should've just stayed in a movie! Like if you're gonna make a game after a movie, why this stupid fucking piece of shit garbage, like I'm actually upset at myself for having even any hope for this game!
0 out of 1 people found this helpful. Alright, next up is Resident Evil. A mother classic. Ain't nobody gonna talk shit about this. Let's see. Twisted Axle 420 says,
Survival knife, not so much surviving with BS. I would rate 3 or more if you could see where you're aiming. And if the not so handy survival knife actually worked like a real blade and not some dull stick, get this, when you get a zombie down, can't fucking read that. You would think you can kill it, but no, you hit it over him. The content is so little it's a setback, not to mention blocking and push zombies back faster when attacked is a no-go. Lack of realistic, helpful content. They could have made Thaz Replica a really good remake, but ultimately lacked effort in doing something as simple as proving reliable, effective content for the in-game unfinished fighting to me. This is no complete game. I'm glad 0 will be entertaining. I'm sure unlike this thrown together unengaged trash. Don't see this as hate. Don't get me wrong, I'm Capcom fan. Just said some starter flaws. 0 out of 76 people found this helpful. And I'm fucking one of them, you fucking ignorant low barbarian son of a bitch cocksucker. You had to go there. You had to fucking go there. You got 420 in your name. You can't fucking spell, your brain's fried. You wouldn't know a good game if it jumped up and bit your dick off and fed it to your face. Alright? Now, I'm gonna have to cut to the camera, alright? I'm upset now. You fucking stupid, moronic piece of fucking garbage. I see why 420's in your name. Your fucking mind's so burnt out you don't know a fucking good game when it's looking at you right in your face. Let me tell you, that combat knife works just fine. I beat the whole game with it. Just that, I beat it without saving. Fuck, I beat it on the hardest mode. I beat it in ghost mode where you can't see shit. So, you just a crying ass bitch. And I'm gonna let my little boys handle this from here. Take it, boys. Boopy doopy dinkly doo. I'm gonna hurt your feelings for you. Boopy doopy whippity dee. Since you got wise, you'll suffer for me.
Seems you're so good at guzzling cokes.
Talking that shit might get your ass stomped.
Breath reeks of balls and your hands are quite small.
Keyboard sticks with semen stains.
Now get down and kiss my
That was for you.